So, who is behind Jenni and Co? Jenni and Co, like I said, I am Jenni. The Co actually stands for community and not companies. Jenni and Community, because one of the things that has truly inspired me to create this platform is my community of women. I have been blessed with just, listen, the best of the best, cream of the crop, women who are supportive, who are loving, who are caring, who are nourishing, who are generous with their time, with their resources, with their minds. Women who I look up to, who have inspired me in so many ways throughout my entire life, family, friends, close friends who I call my chosen sisters. Women who have been my mentors, my coaches, supporters along the way, allies along the way. And not only in this journey, but in my entire life's journey, right? Whether it be on a personal or professional level. And one of the things that inspires me about them is that I learn so much from these relationships. I grow in these relationships. I'm able to give and to pour into another woman in these relationships. And it has also taught me how to be on the receiving end when it is my turn for me to be poured into, which is something that I never actually did very well. And I do think now I'm learning that being able to, self care isn't loving people isn't just about pouring into them, it's about knowing how to receive when they pour into you too. And by knowing how to receive when they pour into you, that is part of self love, right? So, self care, in the way that I think about it, is that self care is an act of self love. So, self care is the practices and the rituals that you will do to enhance or elevate your mental, physical, spiritual, emotional state. And so all of those things are important in your journey of self love and in your state of self love because they make up the wholeness of who you are. And by being able to allow people to pour into you, you're kind of saying, yeah, like all of these things aren't just mine to completely own all the time. Occasionally, part of what my relationships are doing is going, oh, like emotionally, I want to encourage you to open up that business. Spiritually, I'm going to pray for you in this area of your life. Physically, chomi are gymming, I'll come with you for the first session or whatever the case may be. Or you love to run and your friend is like, oh, I'll come running with you. And you're like, oh my gosh, my friend wants to do the thing that I love with me. And so it's being able to be comfortable and to accept love when it comes to find you and when someone who loves you wants to pour into you. And so anyway, all of that to say that Jenni and Co. For me is more than just products and skincare. It is community, it is exploration, it is inspiration, and it is curiosity about the world, my life, and who I am and how I want to be in the future. How I want to exist and move through life is what I'm trying to figure out. And so if you ask me who is behind Jenni and Co., it is, yes, a chartered accountant, a nomad, evolving entrepreneur, a person trying to live a full life. However, I'm just a gal. I'm just a gal on a journey trying to live a full life where I can be my most authentic self, where I can feel good and love and care and laugh and just not give into the rat race and not lose myself in the rat race and truly explore who I am, who I want to be, what works for me, what doesn't work for me, and that goes for everything in my life, and truly live an authentic and beautiful and joyful life. That's what I'm trying to do with myself. That's what I'm trying to do. And so I'm just a girl. I don't have a GPS. If I had it, I would give it to you. But what I do have is the ability to create a platform. What I do have is the ability to travel, and as I find new things, share it with you guys back at home. What I also have is a curiosity, a yearning for constant learning, literally. It brings me so much joy and learning in different ways. And so one of the things I look forward to doing on this platform is touching base with the people who are experts, with the people who have the answers that we don't have, and who can guide us a little bit better than me. Because me, I don't have the answers. but I definitely am curious and want to share with you guys any of the conversations. And I've been lucky to have so many great conversations along the way that typically, unfortunately, were not recorded. And so this time I'm going to be intentional, and I'm going to be meeting the right people, bringing those conversations to you guys, so that as you make decisions about your own life, about your self-care practices and rituals, as you think about self-love more broadly and deeply, then that you can have some sort of, call it a toolbox of tips, tricks, guidance, suggestions from people who are actually in the field and know what they're doing. And also because access to these aren't always available, conversations around these aren't always easily accessible either. So, just a girl on a journey wanting to share. That's me. If Jenni and Co could achieve something, what would it be? To spread joy and education as far and wide as possible to as many women as possible, as they discover their own rituals, their own practices, and what their own state of self-love looks like, and how to tap into that continuously. That would bring me a lot of joy. Who do you want to reach with this platform? I want to reach anyone who is curious about themselves, about their lives, about their bodies, their minds, about what it means to live well, about what it means to truly feel good according to their own standards, and just anyone who is wanting to be educated, wanting to go on a journey with other women. Yeah, I think that's who I want to reach. And anybody, of course, who is already, curious and in this space, happy for you guys to join the journey, join the voyage.